about the Manosphere, which by now most people have heard of, and now, of course, there's a new special on Netflix that investigates the Manosphere. And first of all, the first thing that should be said is that obviously the Manosphere isn't an official entity with official spokespeople. So any content creator, man or woman, who deals in these issues could be lumped into the Manosphere. And in coaching men myself, I don't doubt that some people could say, oh, well, that's part of the Manosphere, especially because we deal with health and fitness and mindset. Um, and I don't want to be lumped into the Manosphere, but even that, there's different spokespeople, there's different influencers that people just associate with the Manosphere. I like the part that focuses on health and fitness, personal responsibility, accountability, mindset, things like that. But when it comes to how it views women, or the kind of the connecting thread of how, it'll say things like, men should be dominant, women should submit. I'm like, that, to me, that's archaic language, and doesn't really jibe with modern life. And if you're going to set up a whole generation of young men to be even more disillusioned when it comes to relationship, tell this group of young men who are already beaten down by life and relationships that, oh, by the way, you need to be dominant and you need to find a woman that's going to submit. It's like, what are we doing here? Submission sounds like something, from biblical times, as far as I'm concerned. So when we look at the Manosphere, again, just like feminism, there's no official spokesperson. There's no face of the Manosphere. There's no face of feminism. They seem to be just two opposing sides to each other that are going to battle back and forth. One will blame men for all the world's problems, and one will blame women. And the reality is somewhere in the middle. And it's really, I think it's foolish and kind of childish to blame half of the world's population for all these problems, when clearly these two halves have gotten humanity this far over 200,000 years. We've made it this far. We now live in the safest time to be alive in human history. We have we have better medicine. We have, more modern conveniences than we've ever had before. And actually, what we've done is afforded each other the time to bitch about the other one and say you're responsible for all the world's problems. So that's where we are. We don't have to worry about survival, especially in the West. And there are places in the world where daily survival is a thing, hunger, but here in the West, in the United States especially, daily survival for most people isn't even a thing. So we get the luxury of complaining about why our lives are so bad when our lives are pretty fucking miraculous, if you think about it.